All right, everybody, welcome back to the Belch Brief. Da-da-da-da. I am your host, Killer Keemstar, and today we're gonna get right into the news with our buddy David Burnell. Now, a quick update. This is an on-demand video because my internet is not strong enough to do a stream, but I wanted to watch some DSP clips today and see what I think about them, and then maybe I'll even edit this, and then I will try and upload it with a terrible upload speed that I currently have. I'm waiting for my new internet line to be installed sometimes next week, so I guess that's gonna be a thing. There's not much to watch, but there's some like interesting bits and pieces and clips and tips and trips that I want to check out. And after that, the video is gonna end. That's about it. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what free will is according to Dave. Let's check this one out. This is from yesterday's React. Yesterday was what? The 27th? 27th of May of this year. That's pretty fucking awesome, dude. Let's get into it. Let me tell you something, brother.
I got the truth. Free will versus determinism. Are we free? Do we get to decide what the future is? My personal answer, no. Free will is a garbage, inherently nonsensical concept which we've had philosophers for the last couple hundred years desperately tried to redefine over and over and over again to try and make it somehow compatible with reality. Look, I'm not saying you don't make choices or that you don't experience being free to choose. I made the choice to make this video. I feel free, I get it. But just because something feels true doesn't mean it is. You and I make choices every day for reasons we didn't choose and we don't control. If you were free, why would you ever make the wrong decision? Your body is made of stuff, and stuff obeys deterministic causal laws, the laws of physics, which means that so do you. If you lose a particular part of your brain, you lose the functionality associated with it. If we replaced every part of your brain with someone else's, you would be someone else. Why? Because
Dave lost a lot of part of his brain, and it all got replaced with gin.
Look, if you believe in free will, I'm ready to.
I would like to see his brain, like if it was in a jar or something. That would be pretty interesting. Like they would put that in the museum. It's like the first ever 100% gin brain. They didn't even know it existed. And then DSP died one day and they found it and was like, wow, what the fuck? This dude, it's comprised 100% of gin.
Convinced. Where is it hiding? Is it in the brain? Where is it? But wait, I hear you cry. Quantum physics is indeterministic. It functions with probabilities, which means...
Bro, I have no idea why people, to begin with, why people send him videos like this. Like, he's the least curious person ever. And they sent him a TikTok, which is probably like a minute long. What, 2 minutes, 3 minutes at most? But most of them are like a minute long. And he looks bored as fuck, not even paying attention to this.
Firstly, depends on your interpretation of quantum physics. Many of them are deterministic. Secondly, there is...
It sounds like what he's saying is...
And he paused it already. And now he's like, it sounds like what he's saying is. He's saying stuff. You're not even listening to the stuff he's saying. And now we're gonna interpret it that through the 100% gin brain. Very nice.
Free will doesn't exist because free will is determined by a number of concrete factors in life. He's right. But that's the concept of free will is not... You have an infinite
Tell me
number
what is
of
free will,
possibilities
DSP.
of which you could just do whatever you want. That's not free will. I mean, if that was the case, you'd be an omnipotent being, a god. That's not what free will is. Free will is supposed to be within the means of...
Bro, somebody stop this dude. He's transcending intellect. He is becoming the first ever... I don't even know. The first ever whatever this is.
Life, you have freedom to choose what you do with the time you have.
Okay.
That's what free will is supposed to be.
He chooses to have Q&As and begging segments. and schedule segments. That's what free will is. Having a schedule segment on demand whenever you wanna.
Choose to do this. I can choose to do that. I can choose to say this. I can choose to live my life this way. I can choose to eat this. Act this.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's what that means. So it's confusing to me because it seems like he's saying that if we were truly free, you can just do whatever you want. Yeah, but no one's omnipotent. I think there's a qualifying characteristic here, and the qualifying characteristic is that we understand that you can only act free within the means of how you're living. Right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody else assumed that free will means that you can control things that are outside of your control. That I don't think the dude in the video mentioned that at all. But then again, I wasn't really paying attention, and neither was he. So he just paused it and give us his own spin on free will.
For example, a frog can
Frag?
choose to eat this bug or that bug. That's
Bro,
a choice that
okay.
it is. It's free will to choose.
A frog
this
can
bug or
choose
that
to eat a
bug.
burger.
But the frog can't choose to drive a car because it's a
Okay.
frog. It'll never
You can drive like a little tiny frog car. Why not?
drive a car. It has limits. So you're saying it doesn't have free will?
Frog, look, bro. If I look up frog driving car, there's probably gonna be some. Well, we don't count Kermit the Frog or Crazy Frog. Feeling froggy. Okay, there isn't one. I stand corrected. Oh, there was one. Frog driving a car. Let's see this one. Well, what's that about? That's exactly what I meant. Even though he's not even driving it. Anyways, he's right.
Because it can't drive a car.
He's right. A
Well,
frog
no.
cannot drive a car. You heard it
It's
here
just-
first.
It's limitations of your existence. You understand? Anyway.
Speculation around whether consciousness is a quantum phenomena. There's no hard evidence, but even if it turned out that the future is not determined because of quantum physics, and that consciousness is a quantum phenomena, that wouldn't give you free will. That would just mean that you are random, and random isn't free. If consciousness really relies on quantum
Yeah, because
random...
random, that's also true. Random is not free will. The idea of free will is that you have choice.
Bro, what
There's a
this is the dumbest shit I chose to watch first, man. If I knew how bad this was gonna be, I would just end the video, never put this out.
Active conscious choice.
But
to
now
do
I've
something.
started
That's
putting it
supposed to
out,
be
so
will.
I guess I have to.
Get it? Free means you have the freedom to choose. Will is the choice.
Okay.
That means every time you make a decision, that's like a quantum coin toss as to which way you'll go. Try flipping a coin for every decision you ever make. You won't feel free, trust me. Now, why does this matter? Why does this annoy me so much? Because so much of our society and systems of living are predicated on the idea that people could have done otherwise. Big example, the justice system. Rehabilitation always takes a backseat to retribution, because the punishment of criminals is the right thing to do because they chose to do the wrong thing. Maybe they made that choice, but that was because of their brain structure, which they didn't choose, or their upbringing, which they didn't choose, or their genetics, which they didn't choose.
Oh, so it's
On an
nothing they
emotional
could do,
level, I get it.
dude.
I want my...
The guy that stole DSP's tires, there was nothing he could do. It was his brain that made him do that. It wasn't even his choice in a way, right?
needs to suffer, but
But that also doesn't make sense because how many people don't commit crimes? If it really was...
Well, that's their brain structure, DSP. How many people are not addicted to gacha games? How many people don't I don't know, have pay pigs or weird DSP stuff?
not a result of free will to choose to do the wrong thing, then why isn't everyone just committing the crimes because no one can stop themselves? Right?
Bro, this is too
If this were the case and it
philosophical for
wasn't
me.
a
I'm
free
too
will
stupid.
choice to do something wrong, then why doesn't everyone just do things wrong constantly? Why do some people choose to do the right thing and others choose to do the wrong thing?
What is the right
Actually-
thing? Who determines what the right thing is? Is it morality? Is it legality? I don't know, DSP. It's almost like we're all full of shit here except this dude making the TikTok, but none of us is actually paying attention to him.
I know that punishment for punishment's sake alone makes no sense whatsoever. Punishment that says rehabilitation or protection or
What's
even
the wrong
deterrent,
thing?
maybe there's an argument there, but because free will doesn't exist, moral retribution can go out the window. Another one, the economic idea that people should pull themselves up by their bootstraps and everyone's free to innovate and work harder. What if they literally don't have the ability to do that? Suddenly our economic system seems a lot crueler, doesn't it? Now, does this mean we should stop trying to make ourselves better or society better? No, these are good ideas.
Yes.
Useful for our subjective...
You're supposed to realize that you have no free will and there's nothing you could do. So just make a gameplay stream on the internet and beg for tips.
It just means that
That's exactly what you're expected to do.
Look, at the end of the day, there's
That's actually the future of society. It's just panhandling universe. Everybody's just begging and we have like an economy based on begging.
overwhelming evidence.
And guilt tripping and manipulation.
I will actually agree with him on the economic one, because that
Of
is
course.
a stupid economic philosophy that people use. Is, oh, the reason that this one person ended up rich and famous and successful and this person didn't is because that
Because
person
they
was
work hard.
lazy.
Yeah, we know your opinion, DSP. The opinion is that rich people are rich because they are popular, and they are popular for the sake of being popular. He discredits everybody who has any modicum of success more than he has. He discredits them completely. Oh, they must have been lucky. They must have been a shill. They must have been something else that has nothing to do with their skills or their knowledge or their communication skills or any kind of skills. No, it's for the sake of being popular.
And that's literally not the case in like 90% of cases.
He
Actually.
did the research. He just made it
Have to
up.
do with means. It's the means.
What is means?
Not the choice. If
Yeah.
think of it this way. Elon Musk is one of the most wealthy, influential powerful people on the planet.
What about Jeff Bezos?
Because he's rich. If he...
Because how did he become rich? How did he stay rich? Because his family?
Yeah,
There's plenty of people that started out broke and are rich. A lot of athletes included.
born with the spoon in his mouth, like he was.
Yeah,
Probably would not know who Elon Musk is. Even if he's a genius, probably most of his ideas never would have actually ever gotten the light of day at a popular way.
If you listen to DSP, everybody who was ever rich started out rich. There's nobody who is self-made. Nobody. Well, him. He was self-made, and now he's not, because he, like, unmade himself. Now he made himself into a meme.
You understand? But that's because he's rich. And that's
because he's
not
rich.
anyone else's fault that he's rich and you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Decisions you make were born by the factors of your genetics and your upbringing, neither of which you control. Even if you do,
There's nothing you could do.
There's like a tiny margin. Like, we're not free to do a lot, surely, right? So if we can agree that almost
That's my main takeaway from the video. It's all genetics and upbringing. Therefore, it's Linda and Dave's fault. None of Phil's choices or life or lifestyle, anything, is ever his fault.
is determined, if not everything, but like whatever, then why doesn't it affect more of how we do everything? But hey, if you disagree, I can't blame you. You are always going to.
You see, he says you were always going to. Maybe people choose to. I don't know. It's number one more, probably not.
He missed the fucking he missed the point, dude, about determinism. But it doesn't matter. It's fucking let's move on to the next one. This one is actually really good because it actually it confused me. So this is when DSP's dad caught a fish and sent a picture of it to him, and he was so confused as to why his dad would do something like that. You know, something that dads do. Oh, it's such an alien, dude.
And Lord Prince Albert did a super chat and says, maybe you were targeted by fellow Italians and they're sending you a message, perhaps.
So yeah, this is when somebody stole his tires, so you're not confused.
You're right, it might have been. Maybe they're after me finally. They had enough of me. They think I'm a bad
Finally
representative
after
of
him.
Italian Americans or something. And this was
They're
their
coming.
message, right? You know, there might be something to that. You want to know why there might be something to that?
Why?
When I came home, I went to the bedroom and this was on my bed. Just like that. I was like, huh?
Huh? Yeah, and it's a nice fucking
No,
fish.
actually, if you want to know what this
What is it? Is it a trout?
Okay. If you want to know what this is, basically, this is a fish that my dad caught today. Because, you know, I called my parents and was telling them everything multiple times. You know, they helped me earlier on. And I called them after the fact to let them know the resolution and everything.
Okay.
So, basically, I called my parents and my dad says, so I'm sorry to hear about all this, but I just want to let you know, this morning I went down to the park and I caught a rainbow trout.
All right, good
I
job,
was like,
Dave.
oh, that's nice of you, Dad. It's not very nice, right?
Good job, Dave. Shout out to Dave Burnell, the real
And he's like, "Do you want a picture of it?" Well, actually, he didn't even
Whatever
ask. He
he
just
is.
sent it unsolicited. He sent me a
unsolicited.
picture of the rainbow trout that he caught this morning down at the park.
Yeah,
was
it's a
like,
nice
"That's
thing.
nice."
He's excited about something, unlike his son, who is excited for absolutely nothing and likes doing nothing outside of getting money. But being excited for getting money and enjoying getting money is kind of like a default emotion. It's not really something that is respected or it means anything. Yeah, it's not really a hobby. Getting money is not a hobby unless you're like a rapper and you like rapping about getting money. Then at least you can, you know.
It's a nice fish, by the way. It's a beautiful.
It is, yeah.
fish. I have no idea what it had to do with anything or why he felt like he had to send me a picture of it.
Because you're
While
his
this was
son,
going on, but he
dumbass.
did. He sent me a rainbow trout. What do you guys think? Do you like the look?
What a fucking idiot. This is kind of what the thing that confused me so much is. Like, the dude seems like he calls his dad every time he has a problem. It's like last time when the QVC was broken, he called his mama. When, what happened when he had to call his dad? I completely forgot. With the car. When the car was broken, he called his dad to see if he's gonna get ripped off or not. And it seems to me like his dad is just like a help desk. He's almost like customer support. And in this case, seems like, hey Phil, I'm interested in something, man. I'm passionate in fishing, and I caught a fish. You are my son. I'm gonna send you the fish so you can see it. Let's have like an inkling of a father and son moment. And DSP completely like goes over his head. The dude is confused. Why the fuck did he send me this fish picture? Like what? What does that have to do with my problem? What? It's so fucking stupid, man. And I guess, I mean, that's pretty much that clip.
Trout? Is that a good-looking trout?
It's a good looking trout.
Fishy. Rainbow trout was good eating. He actually said if he had caught a few fish, he would have kept them, but he threw this one back. He said it was his only.
Anyways, moving on to the next video. We have the new cherry meme. This is a very nice and tart style meme that is. Well, let's see what his interpretation of the meme is first, and then I'll tell you what I think it is. Because maybe, you know, maybe he's gonna explain it well enough.
Army shout out.
Good vibes.
Shout out for hate.
Shout out for hate.
I'm excited, but before we get to any of that, all right, a couple quick things. All right,
Bro, when he looks downward, he looks so bizarre because everything starts sticking out. The snort sack starts sticking out. The weird hairline that is like, it seems like it gets progressively more uneven every single week. It's crazy. Like the witch nose. He got that witch nose. Look at that. It's a witch nose. I like doing these videos because they're like, it's like I'm doing a stream, but at the same time I can delete it. So yeah, look at this. It's a witch nose. A nice crooked ass nose.
I just want to say thank you all because we've done, I feel, a pretty good job in the last 2 weeks of keeping drama.
Oh yeah,
out of the chat.
Such a good
just
job.
Focusing in on the games and the fun.
He banned in the last few weeks. He banned like actual hundreds of people for drama related purposes
that we're having, right? Sometimes
we're trying to have
you can't avoid drama.
You can't avoid drama, especially when you're creating it and when it's happening to you. You can't avoid it.
When I get robbed.
When he gets
really
robbed.
Avoid drama. So it is what it is. All right. But please understand that this policy is not going to change. All right. If I so choose to talk about anything in regards to the shit that happened, I will. But I don't want to make that the end all be all.
But it already is.
Of my content.
It's like it reminds me of those porn stars that decide to walk away from porn after taking like hundreds of dicks and then go on somebody's podcast and complaining that they can't escape the clout they got from doing porn. It's like complaining like, oh, now I'm trying to be a Twitch streamer, play video games, but everybody keeps talking about my scenes that I've done and all the dicks that I've taken. Yeah, that's like, that was your whole thing for your whole career. That's why people know you. And now you want to walk away and distance yourself from that. That's not going to work out. You need to actually do this for more time than you've been taking dicks for. Come on, it's not gonna work out, DSP. In his case, he's made his end-all be-all being about drama to the point where, what's the likelihood now if I open his channel? I am opening his channel right now. The pinned video is gonna be a drama video. Let's see. How likely is that? We got Tire Jack. There you go. 4 days ago, 3,000 views. What else has gotten even close to that amount of views? Oh wow, holy shit. These Jedi Survivor, dude. These videos, man, they're not doing good. They're on life support. We might even have to turn it off. Anyways, yeah, nothing. He can barely... God damn! This channel is even more down the toilet than last time. The last time he broke 1,000 views was on a podcast from 2 days ago. And then, since then, he's uploaded 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 videos. None of them. Not even close. This one has the most views and it has 800 views. This dude is a madman. And look at this fucking... the daily rap, the daily rap thumbnail. Sony Showcase / Gollum. And I guess Gollum is on the thumbnail because, man... like, changing the thumbnail takes actually 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I guess we can't do that. We're too busy having free will. So anyways, yeah, Mr. Drama is distancing himself from the drama, but now he's gonna talk about the drama because look at all the cherries in his chat. It's like he went to a slot machine.
I'm just being honest.
Which I'm sure he would rather do than be on a stream.
Also, I already see people misbehaving in the chat.
They're misbehaving.
About 20 seconds to stop spamming.
We're in Sir Phil's classroom. It's like we're at school now. You're misbehaving, Timmy. You need to go to the I don't know, to the misbehaviors corner. I don't know what they do. I don't know, especially what they do in American schools. I guess they just, I don't know. They put you up with the special kids.
Emotes. Because
Like
if you don't
Derek.
stop spamming in 20 seconds, I'm just going to start laying out bans. Because
Gonna
I just
lay
have
out
no
bans.
tolerance for it anymore.
Why not?
Really, like, I just don't.
It's not even about you.
All right? We're going to have a good chill week here with gameplay and fun. We're not going to have people
It's
acting
so
like
chill and fun, dude. He's telling people they're misbehaving and that he's gonna ban all of them. So the cherry meme is because one of Derek's favorite networks for watching adult content, I don't know if it's called a network, let's just call it a network for the sake of it, is called Cherry Pimps. Shout out to them, I guess. And apparently they put out a lot of quality stuff because, as you can see on all of these tweets here, Derek is a massive fan. And he keeps tweeting at him, he keeps retweeting, he's spreading all that positivity as they are spreading themselves. Now, DSP, he's had enough of it, dude. It's toxic, it's hurting his family, it's putting Jasper at risk, it might even be hurting his parents in some ways that we don't know about yet, and he's not gonna tell us. But anyways, if you put a cherry in chat, you're gonna get banned. And interestingly enough, it has nothing to do with gout, which, you know, the cherry juice meme that cherry juice cures gout, apparently.
my stuff.
But yeah.
I already complained about that before I went on break earlier this week, saying I don't know why people are doing this. It's derailing the chat.
How is he
So,
derailing the chat?
That's it. The next person that I see doing it gets a ban, and then we'll just continue on with that. It's that simple. All right?
Why
Okay.
though? That makes you the villain, because it's like, it's a meme that has nothing to do with him. It's not harmful because it's not meant to harass anybody. It's just pointing out, hey, shout out Cherry Pimps. And that's it. And now it makes him look like an asshole because he's punishing people for having fun. You know, spamming a fucking emote is just having fun. And you can't even spam him in his chat because it has a 24-hour sub-only mode and it has slow mode. So you actually can't even spam.
There you go.
There you go.
Anyway, so I'm back. All right, and I am hoping to have a normal week this week of great progress. Okay, just so you guys know, here's what's on the horizon. You know, first week of June, we got the big release of Street Fighter 6, and yes, absolutely, that is going to be my major focus at that time. So once Street Fighter 6
And
comes
somebody's
out,
about to get banned.
that is what I'm focusing on. I don't want to have 100 lingering games.
And interestingly enough, if you can see the screen, the Dave Baxter person is posting the red droopy face emote. And apparently that is allowed now, even though that was also a quote-unquote detractor meme or something. I don't know, man. But,
So I am really doing my absolute
it's a
best.
really good representation of, like, a North Korean vibe. Type of very authentic, feels like, where every kind of expression is suppressed. Except the expression that the government wants you to have. That is encouraged. So if you show up to say how much the trolls suck and how they should get in a fucking automobile wreck, as Wings say, you're gonna be promoted, probably even to mod. Maybe you're gonna be even a mod on the Tumbleweed forum, so you can talk to yourself like KG. Or if you show up and tell Phil how much you love him and how great and meaningful his content is and how he cured your many transmittable diseases, you're also gonna get promoted to Hate Army Lieutenant. But if you post an emote that he doesn't like, you're gone and you're not coming back. And as you guys know, getting banned in DSP's chat is like getting put up against the wall. You're not coming back from that. You're not coming back. You're gone. Except you can still watch his stream and you can make a different account, you know, but no, you're gone.
QA had done a bunch of super chats here. One joking about stealing his mother's credit card, which isn't funny, by the way. You shouldn't make
Why
jokes
is it not
like
funny?
that. Iana re-upped his membership for 5 months and says the cherry emote seems harmless. It is not. I'm
It is
telling you,
not.
it's a disgusting meme, and it
It's a
should not
disgusting meme.
be used. And if it's used, you will be banned, and I'm saying it outright. No,
And now, the thing is, now people that don't know what the cherry meme is about, they start asking. Like, okay, so why is it harmful? Are we talking about gout? Are we talking about something else? They want to know. And now they start showing up and they talk about it even more. It's like the Streisand effect.
other justification.
The
is
Burnell
required. There's your
effect.
answer.
There's your
my
answer.
My decision. Don't do it.
My stream, my decision. It almost, like, people that usually say that can't come up with a good reason for why this is a rule, so they just say, well, because it's my house. Well, good stuff. Enjoy your house. You know, your house getting all of these visitors. Look at this. 97 for 3 hours. God damn. You're fucking lit, DSP. I love you, dude. Let's do the next one. Now, there was a couple of weird Nintendo rants, but I'm not really much of a Nintendo dude. I'm more of a Sony pony type of individual. So I'm gonna skip them. Let's see. Yeah, he wanted to drop Zelda because it's too long. And also he's really like pretty much humiliatingly bad at it. That's kind of, he's almost impressively bad at it, because I've seen a bunch of clips on Twitter and stuff of people being creative in the game and having fun and enjoying themselves, and it looks like an enjoyable experience. It looks like a fun, creative, somewhat innovative game, and the dude hates it because it's too long and it's too complicated, and yeah, and the graphics are not good. So fuck him. Yeah, we have this weird Oblivion thing. He did finish Oblivion. And he made like, what, $20 playing it? I should check the gamer face dude on Twitter. I don't know if I'm gonna do it now, even though I am opening it right now, but I'm gonna do it another time. Just trust me, he made like $20. And this is an unrecorded begging segment from that stream.
All right. So guys, we're gonna have a good chill night tonight. We're definitely beating Oblivion tonight. There's only 2 missions left. There's the giant battle at the gate, I believe, where we have to go through, and it's like the biggest gate in the game. It's the big fight of all the townspeople who we've befriended are coming.
Dude, that's crazy.
Save.
Is he gonna say it would be nice if we hit the first goal of support? I'm locking my prediction in. He's gonna say it would be nice if we could hit at least the first support, the first tier goal. Fuck, it's so complicated the way he begs, man. He should just say, "Give me money." That's the thing he should say. He should have it on the soundboard, a voice clip of him saying, "Give me money," and just spam it endlessly. Because it's the same thing. It really doesn't matter. Because what he does now, the begging he does now, is just give me money, but with extra steps. And some people are even getting confused by it. They're not sure if he wants the money. Because, of course, they're DSP fans.
You know, the world at Bruma. And then after that, I think
it's like, you got us, super chat, super sticker, membership, gifted membership, or tip.
One more end mission, and that's the end of the game. So we're definitely beating it tonight, and I hope that you guys will join me for the entirety of the stream if you can make it here. Please, it would be great tonight.
It would be great.
Send off of Oblivion. Man, it would be great if we could have some celebration, right? Some bubbles, perhaps. Maybe a hat. Maybe wear the Viking hat.
I didn't expect this. I didn't expect for him to call it a celebration. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. It would be great if we can have a celebration.
Give it a send-off. I know the Viking hat I've been wearing on and off during Oblivion because it kind of feels like it fits in the world of Elder Scrolls. It'd be nice to have the Viking hat tonight for the end of Oblivion. All right? So, if you like this playthrough, this 5-month-long, 80-plus hour playthrough.
This dude is fucking embarrassing, man.
In any way you can, whether it's simply liking the stream, which
he's tweaking the fuck out too.
100 likes, whether
like
it's,
he's acting like he has literally zero money. This is like actual addict behavior. I can't fucking believe this, man.
A super chat or a super sticker, a membership or a gifted
membership or a tip.
A tip.
Help the community.
All would be very much appreciated. And thanks in advance to anyone. Obviously, I will do shout-outs when these contributions come in.
And he muted himself. Now, what do we get here? It's a clown mode. I wasn't
expecting this, guys. I used the restroom. I come back.
Oh, it's a fake. Dude, this is one of the trashiest DSP gimmicks. When he fakes having a tip, and then he clowns it up for no reason, and then he says, "Nah, I'm joking. We didn't get one."
And to my surprise,
there are no tips.
Received nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, yeah. What do you expect, bruh? This dude, like, legitimately, unironically, expects to beg for money, then go to the bathroom and leave you looking at an empty chair in the Xbox dashboard. And he expects when he comes back to receive money and to give shout outs for receiving money. This is not how it works, pimp. This is not how it works. This dude sucks, man. This was a nice clip. By the way, today my camera is incredibly overexposed, but there's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. You know, the old clip about the free will and stuff? No, this was determinism. It was determined that my camera's gonna be overexposed today. Now, yeah, let's I don't really care about the Naughty Dog Last of Us multiplayer thing, because it's just him like ranting about some dumb shit. He doesn't even care about the Last of Us multiplayer game. He rants about shit he doesn't care about because he believes he's like the voice of gaming, the underrepresented voice of gaming. That's what he believes he is. He's like the voice of the voiceless. He's almost like some wrestler that is a jobber, but he believes like he has a massive following. So I'm not really interested. It's basically Naughty Dog bad, because they announced that The Last of Us multiplayer is gonna get delayed, and they didn't show any kind of gameplay on the PlayStation showcase. So there you go. And obviously he didn't like their previous game. He didn't like The Last of Us 2 because it had the, what was it? The liberal agenda. So obviously it sucks, and you should agree with him because he represents you. Now, let's see. Hold on. He's doing a public service. You see? Yeah, this is what I meant. This is what I meant. Let's watch this one. He's doing everybody a public service for playing games on release day. But also, he's not playing games that get bad reviews, or he is, or when games get great reviews, he doesn't trust them because the reviewers are shill. So go fucking figure.
Yesterday's story about the Lord of the Rings Gollum releasing as a broken, horrible mess.
Yeah, let's take a moment for everybody to laugh at the Lord of the Rings Gollum for being trash, like everybody said it would be. Like from the moment you saw the first snippet of gameplay, people were like, "Yeah, this looks like ass." They should have just canceled it, but I guess they didn't. So enjoy.
Says the game is crap. It looks like crap. It plays like crap. It's full of bugs. It's full of crashes. The platforming is incredibly wonky. The gameplay is misrepresentative of how they advertised the game, where they said it was
really is it
epic stealth.
Did you play it?
These dialogue choices, and in reality, it's just a mess. It's a broken piece of garbage. It's $50 or $60, but then they even have microtransactions in it that apparently add dialogue.
Yeah,
to the game. I'm serious.
Yeah, they did. They have like a DLC pack that is paid that adds, I think it was Elvish. So they got an Elvish authentic dub that is behind a paywall, and they got also kind of like a encyclopedia with lore about the world that they added for money. Very nice.
Yes, everyone, yes.
Like, apparently Gollum never says "my precious" unless you buy a microtransaction. That adds it to the game.
Really?
I wish I was making that up, but I found that out this morning.
Apparently. So it's not even verified. We don't even know if that's true.
So,
it could have also been a joke, but there was no delivery to it, so
this morning,
I don't know.
Developers
but it might also be real because that game is ass.
released an apology.
Okay.
Yes, it's official.
Yes.
The
Yes,
game developers
everyone,
released
yes.
an apology stating they're sorry the game doesn't live up to expectations and they will do their best to improve it. And it's hilarious now.
Now it's hilarious.
The fourth or fifth major apology we got from a game dev this year. We just had one with Redfall. We just had one with Resident Evil 4.
I don't think we had one with Redfall. Did we actually have one? Because I saw on Twitter that some people were posting it and then people saying that it didn't happen. So I think he's just spreading misinformation at this point. And also look at this this pause frame. It looks like he has actually no teeth. Like actually, it almost seems like you can see his gums.
Damn.
Make that with that, you know, released on PC and ran like shit. It seems like every game that releases now, they already pre-wrote an apology for the game.
I mean, it's because writing an apology is much easier than making a polished, finished game. I mean, obviously. And it's also like, it's the marketing social media people that write the apology, and they have pretty much nothing to do with the development of anything. They just write the apology. I wouldn't even be surprised if they have AI write the apology. You just need a really good prompt.
That it's going to suck. And I guess the question here is, you know, is this the future of game development, right? Is it? Is this just what we're going to see? Every single game releases and it runs like shit and it's broken and it's unacceptable that games are released in that state, but we're forced to pay the full price, be the game testers, and then these game developers will slowly release patches after the fact. And the question really is, what enabled this? Because it didn't used to be like that, right? What enabled this culture of release a game broken, obviously unfinished, and then fix it after the fact? How do we get to this point? You know,
I can't wait for the meaningful insight that he's gonna add. Let's see where the train of thought is. So we start from the beginning position of how did we end up here in this gaming industry where games are released broken and they get fixed later on. So let's see how Phil is gonna explain this. Okay, I'm very interested.
Live game patches back in the day, whatever game was on the disc is what you got, and that's what you played. So if it was a broken mess, people rated your game poorly, and that was the end of it. Today, it seems like what happens is, because you have some of these games where there's these Cinderella stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Rainbow Six Siege. That game, when it released, was a piece of dog shit. And then after about a year, they completely revamped it, fixed it, and now it's better. Final Fantasy 14. Here's an MMO that released like dog shit. Everyone hated it. Then they had The Realm Reborn, and all of a sudden everyone loved it, and it's a Cinderella story of success. What about No Man's Sky? A game that completely overpromised and underdelivered, but over the course of like 4 or 5 years, Sean Murray delivers the game he promised. And it's, again, these stories
Okay,
are the exception to the rule. These
Right.
are not the rule. These are the rarities, the situations where a game sucked ass, and somehow they managed to monstrously improve that game over the years to become a hit. But the problem is, it seems like every game dev is now riding on those coattails, saying we can just rush release a game out there, and if it's good, great, and if it's not, we don't care, we'll fix it later.
that makes absolutely no sense. This is kind of the opinion of somebody that just watched a YouTube video about this issue and not really is actually into gaming. Because this motherfucker should know that game development companies, the actual developers, they have no say in any of this. They actually don't. It's the publisher that determines what has to come out when and in what state. So there you go. He thinks that it's some random dude at fucking whatever company released the Gollum or Redfall. Some dude at Arcane Austin decided, let's ship this with the AI this bad. Okay, sound good. Let's go.
It's an insanely bad attitude to have. And
But yeah, it's the publishers getting used to being able to release whatever they have and then fix it in post. And if it's too much of a bomb, like Anthem, they don't even bother fixing it. We just move on to the next thing. Even though Anthem could have been a pretty good game. Like, I remember The Division 1. It released in a really bad state, and people made fun of it. I remember watching the Angry Joe video on it, and he was very angry. Wow, what a surprise. And then they fixed it, and a couple of years later, it was a awesome game. It was a lot of fun.
It's very, very counterproductive.
So yeah, but they might have as well dropped it and then moved on and said fuck it.
Games industry and to the consumer, right? It really is.
But it's and like he said, and that's pretty much the truth. It's that ability to fix things later that enables them to like push the limits of how broken can we release a game.
Like, I'm sorry, but
And at some point it becomes kind of it becomes commendable when a game releases and it's not broken beyond belief. And people are hyping up mediocre games just because they ran and they exist and you didn't get your refund.
Why do we want to see a game released unfinished, broken, and then you fix it later when we paid for it now? I've made this analogy before.
What is it, a burger? Is that a sandwich? I'm pretty sure it's a burger. Or it's a restaurant.
Do you go to the car dealer?
Oh, the car
buy a
dealer,
new
okay.
car, drive it off the lot, and
He watched somebody else's video on this, because I remember there was a video, I think it might have been called The Broken State of AAA Gaming, I don't know, the State of AAA Gaming, that I watched very recently. It's one of these videos. It might have been this one. It might have actually been this one, where the dude made these exact points and this exact analogy. It might actually be this. So the DSP like level 1 podcast is literally him just regurgitating stuff that he saw in a YouTube video or on Twitter. Nothing that he says is really his thoughts, except really bad analogies and scat jokes.
falls apart in the middle of the street right outside the lot, and they say...
And it's not even like that he packages those regurgitating narratives in some interesting way to listen to. It's just like a drunk dude saying stuff that other people have said much better in much shorter fashion.
Oh, we're sorry about that. In about 3 weeks, we'll ship you all the parts and you'll have a complete car that you can use. If you go to the restaurant and you order a delicious chicken
bro, we
parmesan,
get it. We get
right?
it.
They put a meal down and you only have chicken breast with right?
Right?
For some odd reason, we accept this. As consumers, we pay full price up front, and then we accept the fact that we get a bad, broken product, and we like, oh, as long as they fix it in the long term. Why do we accept that? Right? Why? Why?
Because we forget how much power the consumer has. You can just wait until it releases, see if it's gonna be broken, and then make your choice. Then that's it. And then you weren't a part of the problem, and you were in a way a part of the solution. Because if enough people do it, they're gonna think twice before releasing broken pieces of shit. That's just kind of it. We forget how much power we have in this whole thing. Because people are getting tangled up in hype on Twitter and on Reddit and on YouTube. Because now, I saw recently on the PlayStation Showcase, they have some kind of trailer spotlight showcase of the new Assassin's Creed. The new Assassin's Creed, which is basically Valhalla DLC. And then I saw like a bunch of like 10-15 videos hyping it up. And it's like, bruh, you guys do this every fucking year. You get the same game, you act like you're really hyped up for the first like 10 hours of the game, then you realize, hey, this is actually the same game. It's the same thing over and over again. I can go on Assassin's Creed rants for a long time. I should probably edit this out of the final video. But no, I'm gonna keep the vibe feeling like it's a stream, except you don't have chat.
Put our foot down and demand.
And there's no pop-ups.
The product today that we paid for. I just don't understand this mentality. But what you're doing by allowing these game developers to do this is you're enabling bad behavior. You know what I mean? Now the thing is, the consumer should not be punished or blamed because we didn't do this. It's the games industry culture. And in reality, you might say, well, it's the game developers' fault. I actually don't believe that.
No, it's not.
It's the managers.
Who is saying it's the game developers' fault? Who is saying this? Joe Schmo at Arcane Austin that does the gun models. It's his fault that the AI is fucked up and they didn't work on it enough.
It's the
Who
publishers.
says this?
It's those people.
Of course it's the publishers. Of course it's the big wigs. They determine when the game comes out.
Charge running the projects who are having these issues. If you're in charge of a major game and you greenlight its release and the game is a buggy mess at launch, you shouldn't be in charge of a game. You should be unemployed. Because
this is just some common sense stuff. If you have a job and you're bad at it, you shouldn't have a job. That's why Dave doesn't have a job in the helicopter factory. It's not the United States economy that got him laid off, it's his bad performance. Because they could have laid off somebody else if he was doing such a good job. Anyways.
You're not a leader. You're an idiot. And all you care about is the bottom line.
It's just kind of
rather than actually putting out a good product for the consumer. You shouldn't be in any position of power. You understand? But these people are all like this now. Like, how many games this year? Let's be honest. Literally, let's think. Callisto Protocol ran like shit.
You dick wrote it. You said it was great, and the reviews were wrong. But okay, Callisto Protocol, that's right. It ran like shit, and it had a lot of other issues. People pointed it out in pretty much every review. Of course, you're free to like it. You're free to like whatever you want, and if you had fun with it, that's great for you. Hope you got your money's worth.
Dead Space ran like shit.
Dead Space ran like shit? I don't know, maybe. Ports, pretty bad. It's been a pretty bad year for ports. He's gonna say The Last of Us Part 1, because that was also a thing, man. Brr.
Resident Evil 4 Remake ran like shit.
What? RE4 ran like shit? I don't know. Maybe it did.
Star Wars ran like shit.
That one did.
Redfall. I mean, this is just off the.
Gollum in Redfall is much a different problem than a poorly optimized port or just performance issues. They have fundamental design flaws that can't be fixed. It can't be fixed.
Top of my head, I'm not even trying. And these are the games in the last 6 months that all run like shit, and we're all still buying. Right?
Who though?
What the frick?
Who? Redfall is free on... It's free. Redfall is on Game Pass. I don't think many people are gonna buy it after it came out, knowing the issues it got. Gollum is probably gonna get notoriously low sales. It's gonna be like the right to hell retribution of this generation. It's like an actually fucked up, terrible, shitty game. Anyways, and the other ones, they're probably gonna keep getting sales, especially Resident Evil 4, after they got fixed.
And you know, another thing is that sometimes
Because like poor performance, you can fix that shit in some glitches and bad performance issues and bugs. But fundamental gameplay issues you can't fix.
we kind of
You can't patch that in. You can't patch in a good game.
For example, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Everyone collectively agrees those games run like shit and shouldn't be in that state, but it's the best-selling Pokemon game of all time. Did you hear what I just said? Ladies and gentlemen.
It's the smug mode. We put on smug
Wrong
mode.
thing. The best-selling Pokemon game of all time is one of the worst running. So what does that set as a precedent for these game developers? Do you really think they're actually going to work and put effort into pumping this out better? No, you
Not
just
really.
padded their pockets, you know? So, yeesh. This is a bad state this industry is in, because it didn't used to be like this. But ever since all these patches are now digital and come after the fact, it's enabling the bad behavior. And that's not good.
Now, these are some very basic points, very agreeable opinions here from our buddy Dave. But the problem is, coming from him, it doesn't really mean much. Because here's the deal. He's enabling kind of a bigger problem. He is a gacha game enthusiast. Gacha games, mobile games, he's played a lot of them. He supported that market a lot. Well, those greedy piece of shit companies, they think that mobile games and microtransactions are the future. And he is a much bigger problem than most of your regular consumers that are just excited for a video game and they play it not knowing that it's gonna run like ass or it's just not a very well designed and developed game. So he is actually a bigger part of the problem than your regular Joe that is just a normal consumer type person. And he's a part of a different problem, not just buying the shitty games on day one. He's supporting a much bigger industry, not much bigger, but supporting mobile games that are on their way to destroying gaming by turning into a mobile slot machine, much like FIFA is with the Ultimate Team or NBA 2K or WWE Champions.
You know?
What
do we do? Well,
I don't know.
Honestly, you want to know what we do? Here's
Suck
what
a doggo.
Suck a doggo. Stop buying games on release
Stop
day.
watching Keemstar.
Okay? Seriously. We got to stop buying games on release day.
Stop then.
All right? Because this is what's
Stop it.
causing the problems. All right? When you rush and buy a game on release day before those reviews come out and before you see anyone play it, you don't know what you're getting. But as soon as, that information is out there, don't reward the bad behavior of a company that rushed out a game that's a piece of dog shit, right?
I agree.
Seriously.
Don't reward the bad behavior of companies that try to monetize you and create games that are intentionally made to manipulate you into spending money, Phil.
Seriously. And
Seriously. Really. They're about to destroy gaming. Scopely, that is now owned by the Saudis, they're about to destroy gaming, Phil. The Saudis and the Chinese are gonna own gaming because of people like Phil, who can't control their Hogans.
just hate to say, people buy so much into hype. Day one release day hype.
This is also Mr. hyping up his own event 2 months before it actually happens, and leading up a whole marketing campaign leading up to his own event, which is playing video games. This is Mr. Don't Talk About Hype. He does Elden Week. What was him talking about Dark Souls games for a whole ass week leading up to Elden Ring. He's a bigger hype beast than anybody else.
They want to be a part of
He just the thing is, it's really easy to tell who are hyping and who are not, but he pretends like he's anti-hype and he hates it, but he's a hype beast.
experience, right? That's really what it is. There's this cultural mentality.
Cultural
When it's a new
mentality.
release day, you want to be part of that release day experience. You want to feel welcomed and part of a movement, part of a community, part of a viral thing on the internet.
Sure.
You feel like you have an identity and you belong somewhere, right? I get that. I totally get that. I've been brought up into that as well. But being a 15-year YouTuber, it's diminished
Now a
down
flex.
to the point now where I really don't give a shit if I play a game on release day or not.
Okay,
Because half the
but
time-
you do though. Well, okay. His thing is that he pretends like he doesn't give a shit because he wouldn't get the day one views anymore. That's the kind of big thing, because nowadays playing games on release day doesn't help him at all, and it helps other people who have a bigger platform and not dudes that make 100 views an hour like him.
These games are so bad that it's just a laughable joke to be playing them on
games
release
are
day.
bad.
And you might say, well, Phil, this is hypocritical. Don't you play all these games on release day? Well, yeah, but it's my job. That's a difference.
It's his
I'm not
job.
a common consumer who's picking and choosing and saying, oh, I can only buy one game in a 3-month span. I'm going to rush out and buy this game on release day because I'm into the hype of the game. That's not me. This is my job to play these games and to cover them. And if they suck, to show you how bad they suck, right? A ton of people have outright said to me, Phil, thank you for playing Star Wars, because when you showed us Jedi Survivor and how bad it runs, I didn't buy the game. I said I was going to get it. But once I saw how bad it was on release day for you, I laid back and I didn't play it.
But bro, there's like actual dozens of videos analyzing the performance. Digital Foundry had a video, Skill Up had a video of actually explaining why it's bad, and not just yelling at the screen and rage quitting it because you died to the frog guy like 55 times. And now he's like the voice of the voiceless.
If I can do a public service to you guys by playing
a public service.
how bad they are.
You need to do a public service to him by giving him tips.
That's my
Obviously.
job. You understand?
That's his
but I'm
job.
the exception to the rule, because that's my job to do this. You guys should not be out there wasting your money on dog shit. When you waste your money on dog shit, you enable more dog shit to be made. And
when you're wasting your money on DSP, you enable him to make even more low effort videos and streams and content in general. Like the side scroller dudes were right. When you spend your money on DSP, you're enabling him to continue being lazy. If anything, he's gonna get even lazier. Imagine if that vest streak that was going on like last week, imagine if it went for like 300 streams. Imagine how lazy he would be by the end. Imagine. That would have been crazy.
I see games like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet becoming the best selling of all time when it's obviously one of the most poorly optimized and running. That's sad. That means there's a huge problem. You understand? Man, it sucks. This whole thing is a slippery slope, you know? And Gollum, game developer, apologize. They might as well not. Like, do you think anyone cares? The game's a mess.
No.
Who's gonna buy it now? You fucked yourself, right? So don't even bother apologizing. Just close the fucking, close the doors, fire the management, start over.
Fire
You know what I'm
everybody.
saying?
Replace him with Chat GPT.
It sucks.
There you
I'm
go.
tired of seeing this shit. And now
I'm
here's the
tired of
thing,
it, dude.
June, Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, the big three. There's going to be more games in June, but those
The
are the
big three.
So help me God, these games better run well, and these games better be good, man. If these games fucking come out and they are buggy messes and pieces of dog shit, dude, that would be 6 straight months of games releasing broken. 6. That would be atrocious. So I seriously hope that these games end up releasing well.
All right, baller alert. That's awesome. There was a little clip. I don't know who has this, and now I don't have chat to ask him, but there was this clip from yesterday's React. Maybe Memology has it. Let's see this one, yeah. Cart Narc videos. Oh, they sent him another one? Ah, that's ridiculous. So let's see this. Reacts to himself being destroyed by Tevin. This was in Street Fighter or something.
Weasel, I'm making street tacos and drinking some Coronas here for chill fun. What's with the fruit
Okay, let's
emotes?
get into the chill
It's
fun.
something stupid and gross that people are trying to do, and I shut it down on DSP.
Wait, what? The cherry meme?
It's something stupid and gross that people are trying to do.
Shut up,
Coronas
dude.
here for chill fun. What's with the fruit emotes?
The fruit
It's something
emotes.
stupid and gross that people are trying to
It's gross. Somehow it's gross.
do, and I shut it down.
If Derek likes it, it's perfectly okay. If people bring up the fact that Derek likes it, it's gross, and you're gonna be banned. Because that's harassment sometimes. This is the softest dude on the internet, and it's not even aimed at him.
On DSP Gaming, but now, of course...
And Derek can take way more trolling than DSP, because he never... Like, Derek is what DSP wishes he could be. The dude never responds to trolls. He never is bothered. He just bans them and moves on jerking off.
Try to do it over here. It's not allowed.
That's why he's the champ.
The champ. How do they know that? So if they do it, they're just going to get banned. No worries there. It's Alex, and it's Rashid. Genius.
All right. Almighty Tevin, there we go. Look at this.
Tevin.
Please,
Now,
way more than
now
I
the
do.
truth is, this is not Tevin, correct?
This is not Tevin, apparently.
Battle. As you guys know, I don't know. Tevin is someone who over the years has restreamed me.
Okay.
And
He still
basically made
does.
fun of me. He's one of my online trolls.
He still
And I
does.
think what it is someone who wanted to play me renamed their account to say Almighty Tevin in order to like troll me.
Can you prove this, or is it just in your best interest to pretend you're not gonna get clapped by Tevin?
And join my matches. I actually don't know.
He doesn't know.
Clue, but I know this is not really Tevin because Tevin doesn't play Street Fighter.
Played him during that one
I think he does.
short period of the DLC.
Oh, now I got a dollar tip.
Hold on, do we have like some comments clarifying this? Because it's like, obviously DSP doesn't want this to be Tevin because, of course, you don't want to be clapped by Tevin, dude.
From Tevin. Now, who knows if it's the real
Tevin.
Tevin?
Who
who's a fucking
knows?
another
You
hemorrhoid on my
can
ass,
dox
right?
his email.
Released, so
Oh, we got a wet
Hopefully
snort.
you'll be able to tell me.
right before we begin, we got a wet snort. Get a load of this trash.
Tevin, who's a fucking another hemorrhoid on my ass, right?
see when it was released, so
These little
hopefully
piggy
you'll be able to
snorts.
tell my voice versus my old voice from 7 years ago.
This is gonna be the same excuses anyways.
Oh, the connection is.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you could already see it jump there. Was
Yeah, you can immediately, bruh. Immediately. He interrupts himself to say that the lag was too bad. Connection was bad. Is that Louisiana internet, dude? It's Tevin's fault.
City right there. He couldn't get his combo.
What? Oh, dude, the rollback.
Skipped frames like crazy right there. I'm actually trying to remember because I haven't played this in so long.
He's trying to remember what the issues are.
With like Rashid, I don't recall. That was supposed to be
bad.
from when he whiffed, and I couldn't do it because the lag was so bad. Yes.
Yeah. What a
I
bitch.
can barely get.
What a little whiner baby.